Fontaine, nos vamos a Francia a ver a la reina. Por fin, tenía unas ganas de llegar, por favor. Sumero ha estado bien, la verdad. Aunque mucha chapa, sinceramente. Mucho texto que sobra, pero muchísimo, ¿eh? La mitad, te diría. 50% de la trama, me sobra muchísimo. Pero luego la otra mitad ha estado bien, la verdad. Vale. Sí, sí, muy bonito todo, pero que nos vamos a Francia ya, loco. Hola. Croissant. Los baguettes, los croissants. Sí que sí. Pues seguro. Ah, toma, en toda la boca. Rumba Fontaine. Let's go.
Ah, look who it is.
Ojo de ella.
Running into you in a place like this.
Mi reina.
I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia. Since when are we just wandering
La mommy.
around? But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
Nos vamos de aquí, chaval. Nos vamos pa Fontaine.
Huh?
Uy,
You
ese gafas.
serious?
¿Qué miras de reojo?
Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
Obviamente.
Bumping into you like this will become a rarity.
Si me vieras, estoy teletransportándome de un lado a otro todo el rato.
Just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
No me hace falta, tranqui.
Thanks, but no need.
Tengo a Paimon.
Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much.
Si algo sale mal,
Don't worry.
se lo tiro a la cabeza a alguien. Con lo gorda que está, le aplasta la cabeza.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle.
Damn.
So, when are you leaving?
Ya mismo.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where
Cállate, gorda, cállate, por favor. ¿Y este? ¿Dónde está? No, no duerme, que tiene ojera el cabrón.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer
By the way,
Oh,
should
yeah.
we go say bye to Nahida?
En Najida no hace falta, si nos estará escuchando ahora mismo, ¿sabes? O sea, esa no te deja ni cagar tranquilo.
Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Nos vemos.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Un placer. Bye bye Sumeru, tío. Mira un fantasmito por ahí. Sumeru mola mucho, ¿eh? Me queda muchísima exploración por aquí, o sea... Pero muchísima exploración. Pero nos vamos primero a pasar la trama enterita. ¡Hostias! Nos acaban de teletransportar aquí. Nos han saltado todo esto, loco. Todo esto. O sea, literalmente, la historia se transcurre en todo lo que es el bosque, la selva, por así decirlo, vegetal. Y aquí en el trocito este, del desierto. Y luego una misión, nos vamos para acá. Y ya está. Y todo lo demás aquí. Cosa que está bien, la verdad, porque al final Sumeru como tal es esto, ¿no? Y luego está el desierto, que ya ves tú, no tengo nada explorado. Esto ya lo haremos en capítulos exclusivos de exploración y tal. Pero de momento, el 2%, tío. De momento nos centramos en la historia y luego ya iremos intercalando, como ayer, un poquito de exploración y tal y cual. Pero, hostia, tiene buena pinta esto, ¿eh? Queda muchísimo. prácticamente todo Sumeru. O sea, 20% por aquí. Por aquí 40, un poquito más. Pero bueno, 20. O sea, no tengo nada, tío. Y luego incluso el Liyue, tío. Tengo 60 y tal, pero bueno. Y luego en Inazuma, vamos. Esta sí que 84 está muy bien. Porque es que son pequeñas, eso es fácil. 97 esta. 69. Bonito número. Y luego está esta, Isla Seirai, que todavía no he ido. Y no es secundaria, que para ir para acá. Ya la haremos. La tengo en nada. Todavía sin nada. No he pisado casi nada ahí. Y esta igual, tío. O sea... Tenemos aquí estas dos islas todavía. Sin haber visto nada. Y luego la que está aquí dentro. En Canomilla, que es la de ayer. Que todavía nos queda cacho también por ahí. O sea que cuidado, ¿eh? Inazuma queda cacho. Y luego Sumeru también. Todo el desierto y casi toda la selva también. O sea, cuidado. De hecho, en el desierto no tengo ni 2 checkpoints. Imagínate. Locura. Y ahora nos vamos ya a Fontaine. Que lo único que tengo son algunos checkpoints porque... turisteo. Me apetecía turistear un poco, pero... para verlo y tener todo el mapa limpete. Pero sí. La verdad es que cuidado, ¿eh? Nos vamos. Me meten aquí, ¿sabes? Pero claro, yo ya tengo el teleporte este. O sea, la idea original, ¿no? Hostia, es que está guapísimo, tío. Es que está increíble, tío. Mira eso. Fontaine, me cago en Dios. Todavía no viví la experiencia, pero así de a primera vista y tal, Fontaine te diría que de momento es mi nación favorita, ¿eh? Y he visto poquísimo. Y eso que Sumeru me flipa mucho también, ¿eh? Pero he visto poquísimo de Fontaine. He paseado un poquito para matar a algunos bosses y tal, pero... y poco más. He visto la ciudad por curiosidad. Pero nada, tío. Sí que he visto algunos vídeos ahí por internet de... del nebulete, la furina y poco más. Pero no tengo contexto. Let's go. Fontaine, por fin, loco. Hostia. Aquí llegaremos con el barquito, que ya lo hice. Así como por los loles. Pero bueno. Menudo time scheme hemos pegado con el desierto, ¿eh? Nos hemos ahorrado la caminata del desierto. Aunque ya lo hice, pero... ya ves. Eso está guapo, ¿eh? En esta nación hay tecnología. Cosa que en los demás no había nada de eso. Aquí avanzamos un poquito, tío. Un poco... revolución industrial, ¿no? Aquí con... las maquinitas de engranajes y todo el rollo. Está guapísimo, tío. Pues encontrar al Arconte como siempre, ¿no? Claro, el con Arconte Hidro. Como siempre. Lo mismo es. Una personalidad muy particular. Me lo veo venir, sinceramente. Algo he visto un poquito, pero...
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a...
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still...
¿Están hablando de una obra de teatro o algo así?
Excuse me, can I help you too?
Tío, me flipa demasiado este rollo, tío. Joder. Tengo que disfrutar bien este arco porque me va a gustar mucho. Me lo veo venir.
Play? Oh, no, no.
¿Obra de teatro?
We're talking about something that really happened.
Ah, coño.
In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Un juicio.
real trial? But the way
Sí,
they're
¿verdad?
talking about it in
Son
the
palabras
last
que parece que están
few years
contando
is
una obra de
now
teatro, tío.
some kind of
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Eclaise, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
El tribunal de Fontaine se llama Ópera de la Epiclesis. Joder, la epilepsia ahí, tío. La dislexia. La ópera. Hostia. Eso de pensar que un juicio es como una ópera.
but
Un poco raro, ¿no? ¿O qué?
shouldn't court cases be
Un poco
treated
frívolo,
a
la
little
verdad.
more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette,
Nebulete. El Jesucristo.
as well as
En
the
persona.
Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the
Esa mierda la he
Archon.
escuchado muchas veces en
Between
un
the
meme.
machine and the Chief Justice,
Analizadora
false
de
charges and
instrucción
injustice are a thing of the past
cardenalicia.
now.
Una máquina juzgadora creada por el Arconte. Gracias a ambos, en Fontaine ya prácticamente no hay juicios fraudulentos o injustos. ¿What? Una máquina de juzgar creada por un Arconte.
Pure trees.
What the fuck?
Is it some kind of machine too? Oh,
O sea, es como un detector de mentiras, ¿no? O algo así.
If you get the chance.
Pero de más nivel. Un detector que te juzga directamente.
Wait, I almost forgot to ask you a question. Do you know?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House.
That's
Lady
easy.
Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest
Hostia.
passion.
Furina, el Arconte Hidro.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to
Pedir
make an
cita con
appointment
mucha
well in
antelación,
advance,
como
and
si
it'll
fuera un
depend on
médico
whether
o
or not
algo,
she
tío.
has any time slots available.
Joder. Pedir cita, tío.
Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right.
Joder.
After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
First
Tengo
time
la
I've
sensación de que
ever
me va a
heard of an
gustar.
Archon being described that way before.
Sí, la verdad.
Wait, Paimon gets now.
Normalmente el Arconte o está perdido por ahí, o se ha jubilado, o es una dictadora, o vuelve a estar perdido por ahí, o no la quiere nadie, yo qué sé. Y aquí es como la celebridad.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
¿Es nuestra mascota? What the fuck?
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about.
Dios,
You should
menuda
show some more
faltada el cabrón, ¿no?
respect.
Yes, you're right.
Mascota.
I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Sí, ¿no? O sea, le cae muy bien la diosa, pero como que la tratan un poco de... La verdad, no sé. Ya veremos.
All right, I think we get it. Thank
Mascota,
you.
dice.
At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon.
O sea, es
at the
como
Opera
una
House.
celebridad, literalmente, ¿no?
Who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey, what are you looking over there for?
Esa chica de ahí.
Huh.
¡Hostia, la Linette, tú!
Spider. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
No mames. Si está en mi equipo de hace semanas ya.
Maybe we better go check on her.
Preludio de la claridad y su puta madre. Habla con Linette. ¿Qué se pasa, compadre? ¿Cuánto tiempo?
Hello there.
¿Qué te
I'm
cuentas?
fine.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Es una sirena.
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water.
Es solo un lago interior con mucha agua. What the fuck?
And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been completely submerged.
Ah, vale. O sea que antes Fontaine estaba como más a flote, ¿no? O sea, básicamente que se inundó.
He would
Como la
skip
mitad
and
o algo
jump,
así.
tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent
Cuando
of the
era
sea.
pequeña, o sea que hace poco, a lo mejor 10 años. Hace 10 años que Fontaine se inundó.
But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry, Paimon?
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
El Lina y tú.
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. Ah, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really...
Bueno,
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon always the
Tal
one
cual.
talking for some reason.
por some reason. Pues porque hay que ahorrar presupuesto en el doblaje, hija mía, básicamente. Es que estando contigo no me hace falta decir nada. Eso es porque siempre me roba la palabra. No, es porque hay que ahorrar. Hay que ahorrar en presupuesto.
So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right.
Hostia, pues Lena no me va a caer bien,
So, what did
Es broma,
Lynette
broma.
mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs...
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's... Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Que se está inundando más poco a poco, ¿o qué?
Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
Me quiere dar la mano por algún motivo. Hola, Linney. ¿Y este qué le pasa? ¿Está fumado o qué?
And hello, Paimon.
Nos está poniendo un chip. A mí no me jodas. Eso es el truquito típico, ¿eh?
Paimon, get a handshake! You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends.
Ah.
You should remember
Walk.
it.
Okay.
It might prove useful.
Oh, all right then. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the opera house to meet the high
Let's go, let's go.
Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina?
Yes.
No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the opera house later myself. Please, follow me.
De una, papi. Vámonos. Vámonos. Espérate, espérate. Aquí hay que hacerlo bien, ¿eh?
Is
Ahí
it time
estamos.
for a magic show?
Ahora sí. Fumadote. Venga, Diney. Un poco más rápido. No le da bien, ¿eh?
You said you were going to see Lady Farina?
¡Ojo!
Well, it seems Lady Farina...
¡Let's go! Pero bueno. ¡Ojo! Otra mommy. La nueva mommy. Ahí estamos. Oh, shit. Pero bueno. ¿Y esta entrada?
So,
Esta musiquita, tío.
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all.
Damn.
Raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
Joder. A ver, Furina, no sé quién va a tener una copa aquí, ¿sabes? En todo el medio de la calle, pero bueno.
As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion, who have journeyed here from
What the
distant
fuck?
lands.
Is she talking about us?
Sí. No viene de con una copa en la mano. Tal cual.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless.
Ojo.
I have come to receive you personally.
Nuestra historia abarca el mundo, loco.
Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured. I see clearly your sincerity.
Hermano, los putos ojos, ¿hola? ¿Ves diseño?
Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always
¿Por qué hablas así, tío? Me da gracia, la verdad.
hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro
Focalords.
and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Qué fácil ha sido, se ha convencido ella sola, pero bueno. Por dar espectáculo. Le gusta el espectáculo a esta pava, ¿eh?
Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But I
Acabamos de llegar y ya hemos conocido a la puta arconte, o sea, nunca ha pasado esto.
How should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
Un poco exagerada. Es como muy teatrera.
We were coming.
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding.
Joder.
Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
Hermano, la arrogancia
You
que
had
me
best
lleva.
Stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know.
Ese es el pavo de antes, seguro que la ha chivado él.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Sí, tío. ¿Qué cojones le pasa?
Oh, what's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say?
Nada, ya puedes callarte, sinceramente.
Talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde travel?
Hey, what's all the
Básicamente.
commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories.
Ooh, I've got to see this.
¿Retarlo?
I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rattled.
No puedo con ella, tío. ¿Qué cojones?
I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider this
Me
my
encanta lo
reward
teatrera que
to
es,
all
tío.
of you.
Me da mucha
I
risa
have
ese capullo.
determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another
Duelo
land.
épico, what?
Just as you were hoping
¿Quieres
to
pegar
see.
conmigo? Tranquila, no acabamos de conocer, coño. ¿Ya no quieres pegar?
She wants to fight?
Está yendo demasiado rápido, la verdad. Inténtalo si quieres. ¿Se echa para atrás? No mames. No me jodas. Es una perra ladradora y poco mordedora.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against
Está
the divine?
acojonada, loco.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Hostia.
Stand down,
Clorinde.
I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior.
¿Qué está pasando, tío?
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Oh, yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
Irenaeus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor.
You see. Then, as the god of justice,
Ante el tribunal, what? ¿Qué
¿Qué
cojones está pasando, tío? De verdad.
A duel in court.
All right. Now that'll be worth it.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh,
Joder, ya vamos, acabamos de llegar y ya nos van a juzgar, hermano.
it's obvious, isn't it?
¿Razones de peso o qué?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
Pero si vamos a pie. No me jodas, porque Paimon está flotando. Cómeme los pelotas. ¿Qué cojones?
That's what they've done wrong. That's our
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that?
Objeto volador.
Flying object?
Precisely. Now,
Qué absurdo, de
you have
verdad.
no objections. Then, in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
Vale.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! You're someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician.
El gran mago Linney.
My beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your
Como habla, tío, es que no puedo.
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
¡Ojo! A ver. The fuck.
Ta-da!
No mames. Le ha puesto correa. Le puso correa a la Paimon. ¡Ah, qué bueno, tío! Ah, hostia. Buenísimo, tío. Ya lo preparó, eso era. Por eso me dio la mano, ya le tocó la espalda. Qué bueno, tío. Hostia, me cae bien. Ahora me cae bien el Linney.
As you
Puto
can all
amo.
clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well,
Como un globo.
something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
You call
Qué
that
bueno, loco.
magic? You've got to be joking.
No, no, eso es magia de cabo a rabo,
I thought it
chaval.
was pretty good. Nice.
Huh.
Fue buena, tío.
I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold.
Uy, Furina. Te rebatieron duro.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny.
Bravo.
Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges
Hija de
against
puta.
an innocent person. But
Mis cojones.
when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linney
Yo
and
también.
Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo.
Uf, quiero ver a Arlequino, tío. Por favor. Pero esto, ¿qué acaba de pasar? O sea, ¿qué fumada es esta, tío? No me esperaba esto. O sea, nada más llegar viene Furina y se pone a hacer el cuadro, literalmente. Un espectáculo ahí que... Menuda cuadrera, tío. ¿Qué cojones? No me esperaba que fuera así, la verdad. Paimon, ahora eres un globo, tío. Eres un globo flotante. Qué puto hago, loco. What the fuck?
Now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
Sinceramente, no sé qué opinar. Es muy predecible, razonable.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House.
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant.
Ojo.
It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the
Qué
Opera House.
guapo.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House
O sea,
hosts a variety of other
La ópera es donde se hace de todo.
To the people of Fontaine,
Espectáculo,
the line between
juicios
a trial and a
y lo que tú
performance
quieras.
can be a little blurred.
Joder.
And speaking of
Los juicios son un
performances,
espectáculo
I
también.
would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid.
Por supuesto.
In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have... Oh, you really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people.
Bolsos mágicos. ¿Doraemon, hermano?
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... I'm not sure exactly when it began, but it says
Ojo.
that every person in Fontaine is born with sin.
Nace siendo
No
criminal.
matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people
Wow.
will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Joder, loco.
That sounds pretty gloomy.
Perturbador,
Why are people
la
in
verdad.
Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels
Hostia.
in Fontaine have actually started...
Many places have already been completely submerged.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic as a magical item. These magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy.
Literalmente el bolsillo de Doraemon.
Oh, Paimon gets it.
El gato cósmico.
Preparing for
Y es un
rainy
gato.
day.
Todo cuadra.
But this is more than...
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it.
Qué bueno, tío. Joder, me está molando demasiado, cuidado. Ha empezado muy bien, pero que muy bien.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy.
What?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But the story says that people once lived in the ocean.
What?
As time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea with... So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all...
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before.
Pero si te vas a morir igual.
People can't live underwater.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
Vaya.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my...
Vale.
Congratulations.
Uf, Gamín Jesucristo.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future?
You should still take it. You never...
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that... if I start moving, that means I've all...
Ok.
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So,
Vale.
you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
Flores rociomarinas. Ay, creo que tengo, Juraría que tengo ya. ¿O no?
Sorry, pal.
¿Dónde vas? ¿Para arriba? Tía, me he equivocado, ¿no?
Surprise!
Es para acá.
Alley-oop.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
Body and mind.
Ya que estoy.
Body and mind.
Bien está.
Step on up.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today.
En modo ahorro de energía.
Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the
Estoy en modo
performance
ahorro de
at the
energía,
opera
hermano.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to...
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the opera house?
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention and a distracted audience watch her movements carefully.
¡Ojo! La mano suelta, Pim pam.
Oh, he's right.
Shh.
Cabrón.
Keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should... You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries... All right, let's go.
Hostia, tú.
Sorry, pal.
Over here.
Arribita. Arribita. Vamos, hombre, vamos. Vamos, vamos. Oye, me está gustando esta mierda, ¿eh? Creo que es el arco que mejor empieza, sinceramente. Hostia, pero hermano, ¿cuánto estamos subiendo? Joder. Vamos. Dios santísimo.
This is the spot where Lenny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Detengámosla.
Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might also... Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief. Yeah, let's...
How long will it
¿Qué pasó?
Are you sure that's all she took?
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. Anyway, I should...
Ah, bueno, ya la han recuperado y se la han devuelto. Puta madre.
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, did you get...
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact...
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't...
What a slippery little thief! Guess things turned out alright in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off!
All right, let's put this little detour behind us.
Por la cara, ¿no? Esta. ¡Vámonos! ¡Tu fontaine! Guapérrimo. Barquito. Trenecito.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get...
This is an aquabus. It
Ferrybus.
allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better.
So you mean it's still boring, even when I'm riding with you?
Bueno.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that,
Cagaste,
well,
hermano.
you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
Sí, ¿no?
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on.
Ojo a la ladrona. Ah, no, Charlotte. Pero bueno.
Oh, excuse me. Aren't you the great magician Lenny and his assistant Lynette?
Hello. I don't believe we've...
Querido.
I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Reportera del pájaro de vapor.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often
Una
relied on your
reportera.
paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Wait, could that be the legendary traveler who's been making headline after headline in their journey across Tibet?
Amazing! You recognized everybody almost immediately!
I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who's who, would I? Wow, today must be my day. Who knew I would end up on the same boat as so many VIPs? Could my vision finally be showing me some favor?
So, Charlotte, what do you usually report on?
Well, when there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. That's fine and all, but what I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are... Oh, I just remembered! I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right! These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've... If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of...
So, what is the serial disappearance?
That's right! The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago, and ever since, after a period of time, another girl... But the scariest part is that to this day, many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get...
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
Curioso. Curiosete.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Bof. Sí que sí. Hostia, pirueta, loco. Madre. Madre. Dios, vaya bostezo, loco. What? Qué guapo, tío. Llegamos a Fontaine.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Hyman hopes we can chat again.
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the
Ciao, pescado.
What a tough job. Always running around and...
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
A tu casa, sí, 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 sí.
This city is so huge. Paimon wouldn't know where...
A la casa del Linney, tú. Guapérrimo. Ah, nos teleportamos ya. Damn. ¿Qué es eso? Qué bonita, tío. ¡Pah! Wow. Tal cual, te bebito. Así está. Será la gnosis eso, la gnosis. La ciudad de la lluvia. Ve al lugar donde está Linnea.
Congratulations.
Hay una flor aquí arriba. Nada, no se pueden coger, ¿no? Nah.
Sorry, pal.
Guardia. Tío, me gusta la ropa que llevan aquí, ¿eh? Está guapo, tío.
This is our current abode.
Hogar temporal.
Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
El Freminete. Ese lo tengo yo. Lo subí bastante de nivel, pero no me convence mucho. Está ahí como de, por si necesito un crío alguna vez. Pues ahí está, pero...
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busy.
Madre volverá
Father
pronto.
will be returning soon. I suppose
Mommy.
that can't be helped.
Oh, yeah.
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a
Buceador de
phenomenal
primera.
diver.
Ojo. Buceador.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a...
Linny, could you come here for a...
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
O sea, Linnea tiene a los dos hermanos introvertidos que no quieren hablar. Y él se lo llevó todo. Todos los extrovertidos se lo llevó él.
I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were... before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets.
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials.
That's our Fremine. Always quick.
The fuck. Se nubló. ¿Y el furro ese? ¿Qué cojones? Mira. Por fin la lluvia afecta en algo, tío. La primera vez. Normalmente empieza a llover en las cinemáticas y estamos como si nada. Y nos cae un rayo al lado y como si nada.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
No me digas que Furina está llorando o algo así.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held
Cuando
in
se
the
celebra
opera
un
house,
juicio en la
but don't
ópera.
worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine.
Un rey dragón
Folk
acuático.
don't know where the dragon went. Every time it weeps,
Hostia, no me
skies will cloud
jodas.
up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my
Vale,
lungs.
hilando todos los cabos, Nebulete saca en conclusión de que él es el dragón, que es el juez supremo, ¿no? O sea, básicamente Nebulete es el juez supremo y es el dragón de esta nación, ¿no? Como el Stone Terror de Venti o el del Solí este de la misión secundaria legendaria suya. Y luego en Inazuma sería... Bueno, ahí sería como un... Lo de Inazuma no lo entiendo muy bien, la verdad. ¿Cómo se llama? La Yaemiko, ¿no? La Yaemiko es como la dragona del arconte de Raiden. Aunque es una zorra, pero bueno. Y luego la... ¿Cómo se llama? La Hida no tiene ninguno. Eso me parece raro, pero bueno.
Hydro Dragon. Hydro Dragon. Don't cry.
El dragón elemental de Fontaine, claro. Como de Valin.
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Sí, hombre.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
Hombre, a ver.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of
Hostia,
strangers.
está guapo que por fin un dragón de esos sea jugable, ¿eh? En forma de Nebulete. Joder, me gustaría tirar por él, pero es que... Estaría muy bien, en verdad.
longer than I suspected.
Pero se viene Kazuha, se viene Arlequino... y no da las protos.
Was there something you needed to do, Lenny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last on the day of the performance. Just ride the aqua bus to the island of Aeneas. I'll have Lynette meet you at...
Oh, are you...
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. Perhaps
Joder.
we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop. I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And the boss there tends to be...
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes...
Oh, no need. This'll be a walk in the...
Ok. ¿Dónde vamos? Hostia. ¿Desde aquí? Salto de fe. Hostia. Jefa.
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making...
¿Qué cosa es esa?
These are magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now. No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run.
Wow. So, is Lenny...
I can't say for sure, but who knows?
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Wow.
Why use your hands when a machine...
Y luego en Azuma está el pavo dándole martillazos con el brazo todo el día.
And wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Con cada juicio. What? ¿Cómo funciona eso?
How can trials produce energy?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself. When a trial is in session, the
Cuando se emite un juicio en el tribunal, la analizadora de instrucción cardenal recoge la fe que tiene la gente en la justicia y la transforma en energía para toda Fontaine. ¿Qué cojones?
So that's what its other function is? I heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
Tal cual. Me suena que Vente y Najide dijeron algo al respecto.
Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief.
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumasia.
Pneumasia.
It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure...
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no? 70%.
Dios, hijo puta. Ha subido así de una, ¿eh? Ha dicho 50. No, espérate, voy a aprovechar. 70.
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments,
What?
why don't you
¿Nobile?
settle your
Espera,
own
espera, espera,
debts
espera.
first? If Confrérie of
No
Cabriere
mames.
wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine.
¿Qué hace aquí el
But I'm
pavo
afraid
este?
You still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounded?
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
What the fuck? Esto no me lo esperaba yo.
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going...
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far, right?
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy.
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the traveler like this.
Hostia, chaval.
Wait for me over there for a while.
Shut the fuck up, man. La que le ha soltado.
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you... Listen to me, boy. If you want your Laura, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said...
Pasa de eso, culo.
Hey, that's way over the line.
Hostia.
All right, boys.
Qué hijo de puta el tartagle a ti.
Can you at least let
El
me finish one
tartas.
sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients. You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
I'm sure this won't take long.
Hostia, tú, esto no me lo esperaba yo. Me he dejado usar al tartas. ¡Ojo! Arquerito. Tengo entendido que tiene como diferentes, ¿no? Si aprieto la elemental, me cambio de arma. Ah, amigo. Hostia, qué guapo. Y pegas con agua todo el tiempo, hermano. Está pepino, ¿no? Te imagino. No, me lo voy a cargar, ¿verdad? Bueno, toma por culo. Headshot. Hostia, se le queda una marca. The fuck. Oye, está muy guapo que sus básicos sean de agua, tío. Mira, mira qué guapo. Se parece al de Naruto ese, que no me acuerdo cómo se llama. Al que fumaba mucho. Oye, muy guapo, tío, el tartas. Joder.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's north?
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand.
El ruso. Oigo.
Huh?
What the?
Now's my chance.
Tremenda hostia.
Huh. That was weird.
Te han bloqueado la visión, loco.
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Furina.
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever
Ya
heard of
ves.
someone...
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway.
Te me engaña.
Besides, I always have my...
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? And don't say it's work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about it?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know...
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss.
¿Qué?
It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. Because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in—
But what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me.
Oh,
In
shit.
front of me appeared a whale that was so massive.
A whale?
Una ballena.
Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to...
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind.
So you
Wow.
used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered—
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists when—
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist.
Hostia.
The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point.
Interesante.
So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel.
Hostia.
Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise,
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by...
apparently it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she
la
finally
Clorinde.
agreed to face me today.
Hostia.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Una visión hidro.
Your vision?
Su visión hidro.
Seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, besides,
What?
I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come
Paimon knows what
Cuánta
you're up to.
confianza.
You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Curioso.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, seems we don't have much to do for now. We might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's...
Joder.
Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along! Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew. The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks it's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be... hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to
Sí, por favor. Quiero ver ese espectáculo, hermano.
So let's go ride the Aquabus.
Uy, ah, bueno. Tengo el teleport, chaval. ¡Vamos! Ya hice los deberes. Let's go.
Whoa, now this is fancy.
Wow.
Class. What a place to hold a performance. No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it.
Qué guay.
Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
¿Le rezan al arconte en la fuente esa?
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if there are, kid, and there's...
Bueno.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
¿Va a ser? ¿Cómo?
What's wrong?
Ya salta vivito con sus movidas.
Vache. Vache.
¿Quién? ¿Quién es Basher?
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's
Hostia.
customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette!
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you?
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could... In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element.
It's because of his
What?
sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would...
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what?
What?
What does that have to do with anything?
Nunca. Hey, ¿qué tal, Najira? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te va? Estamos en Fontaine, por fin ya, por fin. Estamos en Francia.
Just answer me.
Uf, qué calor. Linete me está dando calor. Ya, eso he estado viendo por ahí, tío.
Also, when Paimon's really, really
Los rumores que dicen que no viene Furina, es raro, ¿no? Pero bueno, sinceramente. Oye, pero estás pobre, o sea, estás tirando por Chiori y te vas a quedar seco. O sea, lo mejor que puede pasar realmente es que no venga y que venga la .7 o .8. Porque así tendremos protos para ella.
Tarjeta de crédito cara con
Sí.
lengua de dinero verso de mano
La
por
tarjeta...
izquierda.
La tarjeta, cuidado. Ahora se viene Nebuleta y Kazuha. Yo no digo nada. Y después se viene Arlequino, la momi, Arlequino. Que demasiado bien pinta. Así que prefiero que Furina se vaya para el siguiente, en verdad.
Then you should
Para que tengamos
understand
para
that
todos.
tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned,
Esquiva todos.
the Fountain of Lucine
Esquiva
is where
todos.
all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Vaya,
What did the voice say?
está vivito.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions...
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He
Pie
tends to
dorso
get
de
pretty
mano con
nervous
índice
just
a la
before
derecha
performance.
gráfica de evolución descendente.
En la ruina, hermano.
Before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Vamos a ver a Linney, que me está cayendo muy bien el pavo, tío. ¡Ojo! ¡Pollitos! No, what the fuck. Ofrendas a la fontana Lucine. ¿Cómo? Oh, esto es como el árbol, hermano. Como el árbol de Inazuma o el del... El de la montaña de hielo de Monza, no me acuerdo cómo se llama. ¡Qué guapo! Hostia, movidón. Insignias hidro. Explorando Fontaine para ofrecérselas.
Tarjeta de crédito para todos.
O sea, sí, ¿no? Pues no sé, 100 pavos por personaje. Mucha suerte. Joder, está caro, ¿eh? Ojo, qué guapo, ya tengo 40. ¡Vámonos! Oye, furro, porque me estás tapando la escena, no puede ser. Un furro me acabo de estropear la escena, tío. Recompensitas. Bueno, una resina débil, nada mal. 2 deseitos. Esto entiendo que será para Nebulete, a lo mejor. ¿Esto para un arma? ¿O qué? Sí, ¿no? Una coronita. Bueno, está bien.
Guión, solo tengo $0.1.
Pues no sé qué tarjetón vas a meter, cabrón. La verdad. Vamos, vamos, a la ópera. A la ópera. Por fin. Tenía unas putas ganas de llegar aquí, tío. Puf, de hace ya mucho tiempo, la verdad. Desde que iba por Inafuma. Damn.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding?
Come.
We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
Tengo ganas de ver el puto
I can
espectáculo,
tell,
tío.
judging by how early you've arrived.
Yes, siempre, siempre,
But you're
prontito.
actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the
Vamos,
venue yet,
primera fila,
which
loco.
means now is the perfect chance for us.
Vámonos. Estará la mommy furina también por ahí.
Cara con ceja
The
alzada.
Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Vámonos.
Ooh, front row seats. Thank
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep...
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over
Cool.
there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead,
Vámonos. Sentaditos, vámonos, vámonos. Por aquí, por acá. Tomen asiento, que empieza el espectáculo. Oh, shit. Mamma mía. Mira esto, tú. Qué guapo. Guapérrimo, ¿eh? No. Uf, la musiquita le pega, ¿eh? Muy bien metida. ¡Ojo, míralo! El señorcito. El nebulete.
A robar.
A robar. Míralo. Jesucristo. Momento incómodo. Dile algo, hombre.
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us.
Habla tú, Paul.
Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt
Con el
awkward.
lanzafurina.
I am terribly
El lanzafurina. Míralo, el lanzafurina, aquí está.
I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, yeah. Vamos a practicar.
You heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice
Hombre,
down.
el eco que hay aquí, cabrón.
Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that.
Un banco de protogemas.
Ojalá.
Oh, Paimon's got it.
A ver, la última...
Also here early.
El evento este de las pociones dio bastante, ¿eh? Empezarás ahí 30, 30, 30, 30, 60, 60, 60, 30, 30. En 3 días, ¿eh? Está chido, en verdad.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Joder, qué buen people, ¿no?
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Nice to meet you.
¿Qué
My
cojones
name
está
is
pasando
Paimon,
aquí?
and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Teyvat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself.
Hermano, diseño God, Diseño God del fucking Nebulet, hermano.
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet.
Monsieur Nebulet.
To have you here
Monsieur.
To see my show.
Ojo, cuidado.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet?
Nebulet. Monsieur Nebulet. Para ti.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Wow.
Ooh, sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so...
Una gira acá adentro.
And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seat who has been striking a pose for
La
quite
reina.
a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression.
Como le gusta, ¿no? Impresionar y hacer el cuadro.
So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later.
Se pondrá
She
triste.
may become flustered.
Mírala. No puedo con ella, de verdad,
Huh?
Increíble.
Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no
Es
idea
como-
that you saw right through her.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro?
All right,
Curioso.
please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparation.
El espectáculo va a ser bueno, Me lo veo venir. Va a estar guapo. Hostia, Paimon, compartimos sentimientos por primera vez. Qué guapo, ¿no?
They're dimming the lights. The show must be starting. Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Sí, por favor. Shut the fuck up.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny.
Vamos. Let's go.
And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Vámonos.
Hello, everyone.
Let's go.
Mi play es literalmente fan de Furina.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now,
A
but
dormila.
that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Es que... Oh.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Curioso. Guapérrimo.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show.
Oh.
That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Wow.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Qué guapo.
Now, without further
Eso no me lo
ado,
esperaba.
let the show begin.
Oh.
Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations.
El fondo y la foto de perfil es Furina.
No me extraña.
Back on stage momentarily.
Porque tiene un diseño god, la
Perhaps
verdad.
in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an
En
eye.
la PS4.
Ojo, Najida, atenta. Que empieza, que
A
empieza.
magician's greatest
Se viene.
is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Protogemas. Aparece protogemas. Va. Ok. ¡Ojo! Tachidori, Tachidori. Damn!
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think?
Yes,
this
yes.
This one's a little tricky.
Joder. What the fuck?
Tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
What? Hostia, la musiquita, hermano.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top.
What?
Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Damn. Ojo. Se ha quedado loca,
Are you still there?
Bien, bien.
Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Damn. Bravo, bravo. Let's go. Not bad, not bad. Oye, muy bien, muy bien. Sí que sí.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking.
Claro.
To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
O sea, es joder, qué ojos, ¿no? Nunca los había visto, hermano. Se nota que es dragón, ¿eh?
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing.
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance.
Yeah.
But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
Qué guapo.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all, in which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member.
Yo.
Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical... There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience.
Damn.
I'm sure many of our clever audience members, our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here.
Wow, how's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin.
Me va a tocar a mí y lo sabemos. ¿Eso qué? ¿Un 3?
Let me see. Oh,
el 3. Sabía.
C3. Congratulations!
The
You
fuck?
now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Like this. 60, 59,
Un minuto entero.
58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted.
What?
Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59. That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you
54, 53, 52? Why aren't you counting, Neverlet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is.
Qué puto amo, loco.
Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Muy bien, loco.
Oh, all right. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40, 39, 38. Mr. Linney, are you all right in there?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places.
Se puede teletransportar, loco. O sea, su poder es de magia, es teletransporte, porque con Linnete ha hecho lo mismo.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Yupa.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem...
25! What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here.
No mames.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that.
¿Qué cojones? ¿Le va a salir mal o qué?
I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. 10 seconds and change is still plenty.
Hostia, otra cinemática.
Almost there now. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait. Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly.
5! 4!
Hostia. ¿Cómo?
Whoops! That doesn't count.
0!
Damn. Ole, esa ha sido buena, tío. Yo en mi cabeza iba un túnel por debajo de las dos cajas, pero... Puto amo, ¿eh? Lo ha hecho al segundo, tío. Buen espectáculo, ese bueno eso. What the fuck? Oh shit. ¿Acaba de morir esa pava aplastada? Oh shit. Se lió pardísima. No mames.
Is this part of the show?
Lo dudo mucho.
Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now.
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
En teoría sí.
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme...
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
Damn. ¿Pero la pava ha muerto o no?
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead.
Oh,
His name was
shit.
Power, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe.
No me jodas.
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage.
Los fuegos artificiales. Oh, mierda. Fue un accidente del propio teatro.
As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowl in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
Tal cual, yo pensaba que era la chica, tío. Pero no, era el pavo este que estaba al lado.
And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
¿Y ella desapareció? ¿Qué coño?
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Ooh, fuck.
The serial disappearance?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly?
No, Furina, no. ¿Te piensas que es una mentira del espectáculo? No seas tan tonta, por favor.
I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
What the fuck?
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
Hostia, música de fondo, hermano. ¿Qué cojones está pasando?
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
Qué pena que sea la puta arconte de la justicia, tío, porque no saca buenas deducciones, la verdad. No le sabe.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates? And
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
No os pongáis así. Sois más tontos que ella todavía, de verdad.
Of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes
No puede
is
ser.
the opponent
No puede
I'm
ser.
facing. That's right. I mean you, traveler. You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he what? Then there's no problem at all. You know, the traveler and I already had a duel.
¿Qué cojones pasa con esta pava, tío?
But with Linney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible out. So no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a...
It wasn't a draw.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order.
Dios!
Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like
No
to
puedo,
ask
de
you,
verdad.
are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Sí.
Very well.
¿Qué pasa?
The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing.
Me da demasiada gracia esta pava, tío. Es que no puede ser, de verdad. No me lo creo. No me lo puedo creer.
Sorry about everything that happened just now.
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen?
Nicole está
I know you
caput.
already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me.
No.
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone
I
sees
trust you,
me as
bro.
the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries. So I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an
Menuda
accident or
liada,
not.
tú.
And I don't know why
Dios,
poor
la
Cal was
caja
in the
ha
box.
quedado chafadísima, tío. El pobre que estaba adentro. Sándwich.
As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Ya ves.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
¿Qué cojones? What the fuck?
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool,
Hostia
huh?
puta. No me puedo creer. No me puedo creer lo que está pasando en este arco, te lo juro, tío. Es que es increíble. El primer capítulo. Y esto es increíble, tío. Por favor, quédate así todo el puto juego, Paimon. Por favor.
Don't worry, Paimon
Por
used her own
favor.
savings to buy them. It wasn't
Por
from her trust
favor.
funds.
Por favor, te lo pido.
Cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
No sabría si esa es la descripción adecuada, pero... Es muy bueno.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't good, but with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially good thing you agreed to be our attorneys.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just leave it at us.
Es que no puedo.
Since
Hostia
we're
puta,
going to
tío.
start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well... I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
Tal cual. Habrá que soltar aquí info, tío.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence
Claro.
that will be weighted during
Tendrás
the
que
trial.
buscar otro truco diferente y ya está.
It is truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it.
F.
But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what we should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go.
All right, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case.
Es que no puedo, tío. Le queda muy bien, la verdad. ¡Hostia! 51 ya.
Officer, how's the investigation going?
No puedo mirarla.
Ah, I see. You must be the
Por fin Paimon es un buen personaje. Gracias,
Listen, I'll
Fontaine.
be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hard work. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find it. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by all these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the... I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Anyway, you may investigate.
A ver, también es verdad que los acabamos de conocer hoy, hace nada. Entonces, claro, también puede ser que sí que sea así y sean los culpables y que esté todo pensado, porque al final nos pueden estar engañando también. Pero bueno, porque claro, normalmente tú a la gente la ves venir ahí, si las vibras que te dan, ¿no? Ves que es buena gente, que es mala gente, que lo ves un poquito ahí con sus secretitos ocultos y dices, su cuidado me da mala espina, otros son abiertos y se nota. Y la verdad es que el Linney me da la sensación de que es buena gente, tío, en verdad. Pero nunca se sabe. ¿Esto qué es? Puedes revisar las pruebas y pistas. No me jodas, modo detective, de verdad. Qué locura. Puedes consultar las pruebas y pistas que aún no has descubierto en el expediente del caso. ¡Wow! Búsqueda perceptiva. Claro, la nación de la justicia. Modo detective. Según la investigación de la guardia, los fuegos artificiales que explotaron cuando el espectáculo iba a terminar quemaron la cuerda que sostenía el tanque de agua. Esto provocó que el tanque se precipitara contra el baúl mágico en el que se encontraba Cowell, causándole la muerte. Aunque Linney es la persona que supuestamente más probabilidades tenía de usar las herramientas del crimen, aún hay varias incógnitas por resolver, como por qué el fallecido es Cowell y cuál es el paradero actual de la chica desaparecida. Datos de la víctima. La víctima se llama Cowell, era uno de los ayudantes del grupo magia de Linney, y en vida fue una persona muy confiable para todo el equipo. Su trabajo consistía en colocar el atrezo e inspeccionarlo, así como en ayudar a la realización de números de magia y animar al público. Vamos, buena peña. Buena peña. ¡Hostia! ¡Ojo, qué guapo, loco! Modo Batman, ¿eh? Batman Arkham. Hostia, qué locura, tío. Hostia, qué locura, tío. A ver. La ubicación en la que estaba Cowell cuando el tanque cayó. Si Cowell no hubiera estado dentro del baúl, quizás podría haberlo esquivado. Claro.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through
Sí que es
so
verdad,
quickly by fireworks?
No creo que puede ser un riesgo de la seguridad.
Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler?
Eso de unos fuegos artificiales lo veo chungo, ¿no? Que lo corte, que lo queme eso. Pero bueno, puede ser, yo qué sé. ¿Cómo?
Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Hostia, no me jodas. Un cachito de la cuerda estaba hecho con un material inflamable, aposta. Ahí para... todo calculado.
Hold something was made with that kind of material. Wait, why would you write all...
Cuerda especial. Estaba hecho de un material inflamable, tío.
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troupe members are currently considered prime. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure. It's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide. The Magic Troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troupe at all, which matches.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other.
Okay then.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, it is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Me encanta. Datos de la joven desaparecida. Una pintora más o menos famosa que decidió asistir al espectáculo para coger ideas. Y nadie le tenía rencor ni nada, o sea que... Nadie le desea... Aquí tenemos las pistas. Ok. Ok. Vale, le he dado sin querer. Espera un momento. Ah, vale. Quentin Tarantino.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random.
No me jodas.
The machine picks that same number every time.
¿Cómo? Oh, estaba trucadísimo para que tocara el asiento de la chica también. Estaba ya todo calculado. A ver, dudo muchísimo que haya sido Linnea, o sea, ni de coña. Esto, alguien más, quien sea, ha venido y ha toqueteado todo y lo ha puesto ahí jodido, ¿no? O sea, pero alguien que ya sabía cómo iban a ir los trucos. O sea, la magia, el espectáculo. Sabía exactamente qué iba a pasar. O sea, es alguien que conoce los trucos estos que iban a hacer. Así que cuidado, porque cambió justamente la cuerda esta y troqueteó la maquinita, o sea que...
In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Even though it's bad for Linny's...
Sí, verdad, sí. Lo fácil sería apuntar todas las pistas a Linnea, la verdad, pero... Linny. Tras peinar la escena, la guardia ha conservado el baúl mágico dañado. Ahora que lo veo, el tanque de agua debió de impactar con mucha fuerza contra él. Sí, porque me cago en la hostia. El peso que debe llevar el tanque este enorme y encima lleno de agua, chaval. Buah. Obviamente, lo hizo Sandwich. ¿Qué haces? ¿Estás tonto o qué? Ahí están todas las pistas ya. Ojo, el baúl mágico. Parece un baúl sin nada especial. ¿Cómo pudo Linnea llegar hasta aquí durante el espectáculo? Tal cual, tío. Magic. Magic show.
I see that you're investigating the area. If you find any new and interesting leads...
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first?
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened...
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but it's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. so no one paid it much mind.
That makes...
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the wall, and when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Pero si estaba quemado, hijo mío.
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly... Oh, that's true.
That does remind Paimon...
Sí, se escuchó un ruido fuerte, sí, al principio de la cuenta.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have... I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but...
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Hostia, la Navia, tú. La mafiosa. Tenemos hasta mafiosas aquí. ¿Pero esto qué es? La puta mejor nación de todas, tío.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
No.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its president.
Mommy.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
Boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus, Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the name?
Mademoiselle.
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should
Mademoiselle.
you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Navia.
Okay.
Bonito nombre.
So,
Navia.
members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time.
Ojo.
Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really?
Muy bien, muy bien. Persona sensata.
But how did you come to that
Me cae bien ya.
Intuition, naturally.
Toma.
Unparalleled intuition.
Let's go. Esta es de las mías.
Farina sure was quick to
Totalmente.
point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Furina es... boba. ¿Qué voy a decir, la verdad? Por hacer el espectáculo. Dijo, hostia, mira. Le culpo a Liné que las pistas obvias conducen hacia él, así que ala, a tomar por culo.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away.
Sí, no, el nebulete era en plan, mira. La trata como una niña un poquito, ¿no? Juega con ahí con su mente y tal para llevarla por aquí y por allá.
Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that
Obviamente, ¿no?
situation.
Tiene que hacer el cuadro.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Me estoy acostumbrando a ver a Paimon así, tío. De verdad, por favor. Que sea así todo el juego ya.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry,
You won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No, la verdad.
And why would that be?
Tal cual. No está bien convertir en un asunto serio en entretenimiento.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think no matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on, and if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall complete.
Since when did we become assistants?
Hostia, qué capulla.
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your
Qué rápido cambia de
really
puestos, ¿no? Se la pela.
That's more like it.
Paimon no lo pilla.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this...
You have a point. Huh. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
Como Ether.
We'll be making some preparations first.
Como el tabibito.
Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
Ya. ¡Ojo! 2 personas con intuición, ¿eh? Así vamos bien. Intuición 1 más intuición 2 son 2 intuiciones. What the fuck?
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to
¿Cómo?
leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No jodas.
No, we're not leaving. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a so the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not... I doubt there was much opportunity.
How can you be so sure?
Well, because I was in charge of security near the... I couldn't see Lenny's performance from here, which was quite a shame.
Sí, la verdad.
Luck.
Vaya merda.
But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it. We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say... Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be...
Vale.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue.
Lo tenemos todo.
I wondered how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your app.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived.
Ojo.
Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian.
El ángel.
If you got a
de
problem,
Spina di
I've
Rosula.
got the firepower.
Tía. Cuánta potencia, ¿no?
I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Ojo. Vamos a vivir la revelación del truco de magia, tú.
Below stage?
Guapérrimo.
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared
Oh.
specifically for this switcheroo trick.
Ah, tenía un teleport. Claro, el típico teleport que te encuentras por ahí en miniatura.
But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Antes habían globos, ¿no? ¿O qué?
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other
Claro.
decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back? You mean the inside of the door?
Very good indeed. I thought you might not. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works.
Había un baúl dentro de un baúl, what?
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box.
Lo sabía, tío. Lo sabía. Lo sabía.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place.
Lo sabía. Lo rayante es que 2 segundos antes de que terminara el tiempo, él salió por la puerta. En plan haciéndose el tontito como se había fallado. Para demostrar que seguía ahí y en un segundo se cambió. O sea, qué rayada, ¿no?
The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
¡Wow! ¡Qué fumada, loco! Guapísimo.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Tía, qué bueno, tío. Esa no me la esperaba. O sea, era como pensaba, pero todavía tenía su cosita. Qué fuerte. Pero entonces se cambian como súper rápido o algo así, porque si no...
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which the audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Eso.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
What?
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
Pero entonces...
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
Wow.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
Claro. Mismo color de pelo, mismo color de ojos. Cuela.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
Más o menos. Sí, verdad, sí.
And that's my favorite part of this trick.
Qué fuerte.
Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's
Qué guapo, tío.
Wow. Every detail you revealed was more amazing.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back
tío.
in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
O sea, aquí dentro. En este almacén. Aquí se cambiaron.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off.
Desde luego, buenísimo, tío.
And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Qué flipada, tío. Wow. Guapísimo, tío, guapísimo. Este debe ser el mecanismo del carro de carga. Parece que funciona automáticamente. Vaya.
What's this? Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's a...
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick.
Whatever it is, let's make it...
Un gancho.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear? And here's a broken vase! Huh.
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Vaya. Ropa.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing,
What the
right?
fuck?
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them? Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
¿En qué momento tiene esos ojos redondos, tío? Ropa desaparecida. Para acceder al baúl mágico de la superficie se necesita una escalera. Ah. Se necesitaba una gran precisión para este número, y las vías son perfectas para que el carro siga una ruta fija. Esta es la herramienta clave con la que se transportó el baúl mágico. El asesino la usó para llevar a cabo su plan. Dentro hay todo tipo de herramientas para hacer magia y vestuario para el espectáculo, pero está tan desordenado que parece como si lo hubieran metido de cualquier manera. ¡Ojo! Ventilación.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone,
Seguro.
perhaps. But if they had to pull another...
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write that down.
Wow.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Está guapísimo esta mierda, tío.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. It seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the... The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence
Sí, la verdad
points
que
toward
sí.
Lenny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House.
Vale.
During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the oratrice will hear statements from both sides. That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will and is a judge in its own right.
Wow.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. Not that this has ever happened anywhere.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is why people have... yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons...
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case.
Wow.
Even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they...
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the...
¿Cómo no? Paimon siempre pensando en comida, tío.
I'm afraid that
Ya me
catering
dio
to all
hambre.
tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some
Un croissant.
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Normal.
Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course.
Oh, what?
Understood, mademoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Pero bueno. ¿Esto qué es? Es el mejor sitio del universo.
Wait, you're carrying a
What?
portable stove with you?
What the fuck?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Wow.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Joder.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my...
These three are quite the interesting group.
Interesante. Wow.
Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. But from the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more, but you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Hostia.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating...
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano.
Joder.
I just
¿Y qué más?
really enjoy making snacks.
¿Qué más?
Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try, fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head.
Tal cual.
You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar...
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite. Strong black tea with no need for
Wow. Hermano, me dio hambre.
All right then.
Son las 12 ya.
Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, however, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone. The magician twins could have committed the crimes of...
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel.
Oh, claro. El golpe fue el jarrón, cago en Dios.
Resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Oh, fuck.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the... But the only people left to consider are both technically victims.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in
Ooh.
order to murder Cowell before...
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire... Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not thorough? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing, though, Navia. They smell great! They're...
They are my
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good...
No. Being greedy. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us, Beloose, set up the stove again, if you would.
Huh? What?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course?
Yeah.
Exactly. We don't want...
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this...
Vale, okay.
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you... It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snack.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malouse, it's time to go.
Pedazo de
I'll be
diseño,
back if I find anything new.
Regot. Posibilidades de una tercera persona. Wow.
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial.
Se viene el juicio, hermano.
It's gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
Okay.
Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Bueno, pues lo haremos mañana el juicio, porque he minado... Uf, madre mía, qué pedazo de capitulazo, loco. Joder, sin duda el mejor capítulo de Genshin hasta ahora, tío. Me flipa. Fontaine está empezando... Perfecto, tío. Guapísimo. Shut the fuck up. Así que... continuaremos mañana porque está guapísimo, tío. De locos. Pues nada, gente. Hasta otra. Espero que os haya gustado. Dale like, suscribiros, todo eso. Ya, tú sabes. Venga. Chao, pescado.